when most people think about day trading, they think about strategy, right? Order block, inverse value gap, SMT, liquidity, just to name a few. But actually, this isn't the main factor in winning and being profitable. Most traders think these concepts is actually what's going to make them profitable. But after trading for a while, you realize something. Many traders understand the same concepts and models, and yet some of them still lose. And it's a key factor right here. So the real question becomes this. If these traders know their strategy and they're still failing, what is wrong? How can we go deeper into this issue and try to gain control of our trading and be in control of our emotions and our mind psychologically? So let me show you something. When people learn trading, they focus on concepts: order blocks, liquidity, SMTs, and inverse value gaps. These are the necessary skills you need to learn how to actually know how to trade and navigate the markets, first of all, but execute your model and know what to look for. So these form your model, which is your edge. You also, well, within your edge, it's your model, executing trades, making the right decisions, and improving your edge. And also things you do every day, like daily bias and journaling your trades. All of this kind of reinforces your edge, and this is the main act of trading, the decisions that go into it and actually making the decisions to take the trade or not to take a trade, right? Because that's all trading is. Just you are a fucking monkey in front of a camera or a screen with a red button, and it's told when to not push it and when to push it, right? But all of this only represents a small piece of the outcome or the bigger picture, right? Most traders lose with good models because they don't understand what the bigger picture is. Why? Because execution depends on psychology. It's the fabric of what lets us refine our edge, make the right decisions, and execute right trades. And first of all, have the discipline to do that, and just the discipline to consistently do it and gain repetition gain understanding through repetition, and ultimately become profitable because you can control your mind and you are the one in control. So let's jump in to the bigger part of trading. So here's a little graph I made from a study that I found online. So this shows that 10% of what you do in trading is discretionary decision making, using your strategy you use every day, right? When you place a buy order and the outcome that it brings. That is the act of trading. That's what day trading is, right? You buy, sell, supply and demand, all that, okay? And the rest behind it, the rest of the 90% is first improving your edge, having the ability to be psychologically in control, and waiting for your model to present itself to you. Those are the three things that make up this 90%, which also branch off into other things, right? But this is the main thing that is behind trading, right? Because when us traders are sitting in front of the market, what are we doing when we're waiting for a trade? We're waiting, right? And maybe for 2 seconds, or maximum, I would say 1 minute, you're planning execution and actually executing the trade and doing the act of trading, which is putting your stop loss, TP, and all that, right? So 10% is discretionary decision making, and 90% is being psychologically in control and waiting for your steps. Also, I kind of summarized this from a study. Studies have been done that show when a trader experiences overconnection of money or a loss, the prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part of the brain, hinders and shuts down, almost like you are not psychologically in control. You are, your subconscious has been hijacked by the rush of money and making money, that you simply cannot execute with an intuitive thought and be able to have discretion, right? So studies like this show that how as traders need to be in control of our subconscious decision making and emotional desires. And what that basically sums up is we need to be psychologically in control. We have to be the one with the controller, not the character in the video game, right? That's also another way to picture it here. I'm gonna draw it. So, say here's little Johnny, right? Or let's call him Bob. He is playing Rainbow Six Siege. And I got the dude on the screen, and you get it, right? The Xbox right here. We have to be Johnny with the controller, right? We are not the person that is in the game, right? But we also, us as the controller and not having real emotional connection to the video game or life or trading, right? We want them to do the best. We want to, make it to, we want to win the game, right? So we have to be disconnected and emotionally in control. All right, the third thing I want to show you is the whole psychology part that I could think of, that I could grasp. And you can see how bigger the psychology part is rather than the active trading. And it shows this physically, Well, not physically, it's digital, but you get it, So I'm just going to run through all these psychological factors that all of us traders should have in control. So, emotional factors: revenge trading, overconfidence, FOMO, greed, fear. Fear has an impact on decision making and also avoiding trades that are your model if you're afraid of losing money. Greed, overtrading, ignoring risk management. FOMO, chasing trades because others are winning, thinking you could actually be taking trades and making money. Overconfidence, excessive risk taking, ignoring signals that show otherwise. Revenge trading, emotional reactions to losses, blurs your ideal model and high quality decision making. So notice that all of these are related to being emotionally in control and being disconnected from money, right? All right, we're going to go on to some biases. Confirmation bias, seeking information that confirms beliefs and ignoring contradictory evidence. I don't know how to say that. I know what the word means, but yes. And then anchoring bias, reliance on initial information and ignoring new data. Recency bias, overemphasis on recent events and short-term focus. And loss aversion, holding positions too long and hesitance to cut losses. Mental disciplines, this is very important. One is patience, so that's waiting for setups and avoiding impulsive trades. Discipline, sticking to your trading plan always, every day, 24/7. Able to reject subpar models that aren't your model. Consistency and execution, so being disciplined enough to actually have consistency and do that thing every day. Risk management mindset, setting stop losses at reasonable points that are you've statistically back tested and know that are good. Managing emotional responses. Emotional control, managing emotional responses, and maintaining focus and clarity. And the last one, being in control. Knowing that money does not have a grip on you. So, again, you're not the character being shot at in the game, just like you're not the trader that is connected to the money, right? You're just almost like an infinite observer that is just looking at the charts, and with no outside influences affecting your decisions, right? Then it goes into knowing your relationship with money. Always, that's a big thing that I sometimes struggle with, that creeps into my subconscious mind and fucks me up. Knowing that money is an outcome, not a process. Being an observer, just like I've been talking about this a lot. Not caring about outside influences like people, money, and I can't think of any more. And judging the market based on what it actually is and not what you want to see. So, to sum everything up, right? Psychology plays the biggest part in your trading. You have to be so mentally and emotionally in control that you could lose $20,000 and not care. I wouldn't recommend losing $20,000, but do as you do. The act of trading is your edge, and executing, and the understanding of concepts and your habits, physical habits like journaling your trades and daily buys. And psychology is 90% of trading, because it plays the part in your actual execution of the trade, and that's what it all comes down to, which is money. But your psychology is based off of your relationship with money. And you are not the one in the game. You are the one with the controller. You can do way more than you know you can. And I know that you can be in control. So, I hope you guys learned something from this video. Like, comment, do all that shazness, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little summary before we send off. I would recommend grabbing a pen and paper. Just write this down. So, there is two sides to trading. The active trading, which is decisions, your edge, your understanding of concepts, and just your physical habits, right? Oh, and executing. And the other part is psychology, which is much larger, makes up like 90% of what goes into trading and your execution. Most traders think strategy creates profit. Setups and models do matter, but your mind decides to follow them. And brain studies show this effect is evident. Stress around money or losses reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex. This is the area that controls reasoning and decision making, and emotions start controlling the brain instead of logic. You're not okay, hold on, I'm not summarizing, but then you are in control. You are the one with the controller. You have to visualize yourself as that you are an infinite observer that is viewing the market from an outside perspective with no outside influences, right? And ways to gain psychological control. Number one, always know that you are an observer, just like I was saying. You're the one with the control, you're not in the game. Create strict rules, entry rules, stop loss rules, and daily limit rules. Journal your trades, why you entered, write what you felt during the trade and how you feel after, and look for behavior patterns that might lead back to money or show that one of your psychological issues are lacking, and you need to retrain that in your subconscious. Take breaks after losses, step away from the screen, and reset your mind. You always got to swipe the slate clean. All right. Focus on psychology and not setups. Master your the psychological part of your mind. Build a routine, have the same preparation every day, each session. Look for the exact model that you want to see, and take that disciplinedly. And last one, accept losses. Losses exist in every system in the world. It's part of the process. It's just another day in the office. Your job is following the plan, being disciplined, and being in control. So, I hope you guys learned something from this video. Let me know if you want to make more content like this. I'm very fond of it. So, you guys have a good rest of your week, and I will catch you in the next one.